everyone. Today we're going to solve an ordering numbers word problem, working it out style. Let's get started. All right, so let's dig in. I like to read a word problem once through just to understand it a little bit better, not to work with the numbers yet, but just try to get an understanding of what's going on. So it says that Laura's family is going to buy a new car. They wrote down the prices of their 3 favorite cars. They're looking at a Toyota that is $38,412. They're looking at a Kia that is $37,098 and a Ford that is $38,158. Then the question says, which list shows the prices from least to greatest? Okay, and I can see that my answer choices are showing those prices in different orders. Okay, so now let's see if we understand the problem. So in my head, I just like to think about the main parts of the problem. So I know that this family is looking at 3 cars. I've got the prices for the cars. And then I can see in the question, it's asking for least to greatest. So I really kind of take note of that before I start working with the numbers. Then I'm going to read it one more time, kind of highlight some things I think are important. Okay, Laura's family is going to buy a new car. They wrote down the prices of their 3 favorite cars. Okay, the Toyota, I'm going to highlight each of the cars and the prices. So $38,412. Kia is $37,098. Ford is $38,158. And just saying those out loud a second time, I think is going to really help us solve the problem and know which numbers we're really working with and a little bit more about their place value. And then let's look at the question, which list shows the prices from least to greatest? I'm going to definitely highlight that. Sometimes a problem might say the opposite, greatest to least. And so I want to make sure I really highlight that least to greatest. Okay, now let's move over to the whiteboard. We can work it out alongside our problem. Okay, so now let's take a look at the 3 numbers. So we have 38,412, 37,098, 38,158. Okay, so now I always like to write down exactly what I'm trying to find. So I'm trying to get it into least to greatest, and I like to do this. I like to put L and an arrow to G. And that just stands for least to greatest. It's kind of a quick way to show that I'm going to put these in the right order over here. I'll put the least one up at the top. I'll put the greatest one at the bottom, and then the one in the middle will go about here. So now let's take a look at the numbers. So I like to have them written down, especially if I'm looking at my computer screen, and I like to work with the numbers a little bit easier when they're like this on paper or a whiteboard. So let's start with that biggest place value. What place is this in? Okay, good. The 10,000s. Can we compare those? Okay, you're right. They're all the same. We can't compare them, so we move over. What about the thousands place? Can we compare those? Okay, one of them is a 7, 2 of them are an 8. So what do you think? What does that tell us? Oh, you got it. 37,000 is less than 38,000. So I'm going to go ahead and put that number as my least. Okay, and I really like this strategy. And instead of going straight into looking at the answer choices, I like to do the work first, then see if we can find a good answer choice. Okay, so I just did the Kia. I'm going to cross it out because I'm done with it. Now it's really easy to see that I've got these 2 left to put in order. Okay, since they both have an 8 here and here in the thousands, we better scoot on over and check out what place is the 4 and the 1 in? You got it, the hundreds place. So now, which one should I go with next? If we're going least to greatest. Okay, this 1 is the next in order because the 400 is the biggest. It's bigger than 100. So I'm going to go ahead and write that last one. Okay, did you notice how we didn't even really need to compare the tens and ones? Because our thousands helped us, and then our hundreds helped us. All right, so now let's take a look at the answer choices. Do you see an answer choice that has this one as the least, this Ford number as the middle number, and the Toyota as the greatest? Okay, awesome. Choice C. Great job.